So far, the turkeys of South Carolina, well, they've outsmarted us. After 3 days of giving it our all, we're forced just to pack up and head home with our tail between our legs. Now, I hate failing, but when it comes to hunting, you have to realize it happens all the time. And to be quite honest, some of my favorite memories come from failed hunts. Whether it's a close call that didn't go my way, a lesson learned from a bonehead move, or even just good company and a bunch of laughs. Success or failure, there are no wasted days in the field. We dusted ourselves off when we got back to our home state of Michigan and hit the woods right away. The first morning, I took Jeff over to a spot I had scouted a few days earlier and saw a few turkeys. Then I got busy looking for more for myself in a different location. It's early morning and I've already heard a gobble in the distance.
Okay, so he's coming, the first one I heard is coming from there, but Jeff's in that direction. This guy is fired up. If he's facing me, I gotta feel like he's probably like 200 yards into the woods there. If he's facing the other way, he's probably right on the edge, because when you think about it, if they're faced towards you, the sound sounds a lot louder than when he's pointed away. But this clearing right here will be perfect, and there's a dirt road where I can navigate all the way up quietly, put a decoy out, and give this one last go.
Finally, I got to lay eyes on a big, mature turkey. And right after, a few more of his big friends showed up too. My heart is racing, but I have to stay patient. Turkey feathers are extremely tough, and shotgun pellets won't penetrate the feathers. You have to aim for the head. So I need one of these turkeys to get within 50 yards. When I was focusing on these turkeys, I didn't realize one had snuck in from my right. Now this turkey is definitely close enough, but I'm facing away from him. He'll spook and run off if I try to adjust, so I have to sit perfectly still until he gets to the left side of my decoy, which is where my gun is lined up. Finally, mission accomplished, I got my turkey.
Wow, that could not have turned out any better than that. Turkey hunting still gets me so fired up, it's unbelievable. This is a big bird. This isn't a young bird at all. To give you a little idea, these little points on the back here are really sharp. These are called spurs, so they use these to fend off predators. That thing is sharp. A big one would be like an inch or bigger. Jeffrey actually got one that was 1.5 inches one time, and that was the biggest I've ever seen in person. This is called a beard. Now, when you feel it, you're gonna immediately think horsehair, but these are actually all individual feathers that continue to grow throughout the turkey's life. And to give you an idea of age, if you look at this and you see something that's 10 inches or longer, you can assume that that's a mature bird, probably 2.5 or older. And it is strange to think that this bird is likely a descendant of birds that were originally transplanted from South Carolina, right where we were. I think that was Jeff. How sweet would that be?
I got in, set up my decoys, marked off about 20 yards, got into the woods, probably a little deeper than I should have, but I wanted to make sure I was in cover, you know. And I sit there, I see 2 deer, I see a rabbit. Other than that, I see nothing for 3 hours. And the next thing you know, I hear you shoot. Great for you. I'm excited you got a bird. But that probably spooked off anything that I was gonna get.
Did you hear any gobbles?
No, not one gobble, didn't see a hen, nothing.
Nothing, okay.
And then I'm not proud, but I checked my phone, looked through a couple emails, and then next thing you know, I woke up.
Came to?
I came to, and look up, check my decoys, and one of them's moving.
The best one at that.
Yeah, it's a great bird. So I got up, I shot, and then I panicked, and I would call it buck fever.
Yeah.
But I was still groggy from sleeping, so it wasn't a, yeah, I got it, I'm so excited. It was a, what's happening? So I had to like calm down first, but I'm pretty pumped.
These spurs,
that's a great bird.
Dude, these spurs are obnoxious.
That's about
obnoxious.
That's about a 9-inch beard at least.
Great job, dude. Awesome. Can you lift it?
Yep.
Woo.
On this episode, we harvested turkeys and learned a lot about hands-on conservation. It's amazing how controlled fires can be so great for habitat and benefit lots of wildlife, yet an uncontrolled wildfire can cause catastrophic habitat loss and kill thousands of animals. During this whole experience, I kept drawing similarities to my life. When I've tried to control my life on my own, I've gotten burned. But when God is at the helm, the fires burned away negative relationships, stress, fear, and unhealthy habits. In the book of Jeremiah, God says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope, plans to give you a future. We just have to trust in Him.